share this. Let's get started. Let's share this information. Good evening. Hey Shavonda, hey Andrea, go ahead and share this in the group. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and drop this in the group. Share this in the group so they can know and they can actually see that we are live, so they can also come on here. All right, so just share it in whatever group you're in. As far as the group, our group is concerned, 30 day from the ground up, DTC consults. If you're a membership, whatever group that you're in, as far as our drug testing program, go ahead and share it in that group so they can all know that we are live now. Hey Andrea, hey Shavonda, hey Don, hey Robin, how are you guys? Happy birthday, Robin. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Robin. Hey Erica, good evening, good evening. Yes, good evening, guys. Come on and join us. Share this live on your page, please. Please share this live so everybody can see it, okay? Share the good news. Share the gospel, okay? Y'all, you know about sharing the gospel of the Lord? Share the gospel, okay? Share this on your page so everybody can join in. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Sierra. Good evening, everybody. We are back. We are back this week. We took 2 days off, last week, Thursday and Friday, but we are back this week, okay? Heavy. How are you all doing? Happy Monday. Good evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you. Hey, Sin. Hi. Hey, girl. Oh, my God. I'm excited. A lot of y'all are coming on here from the group, which I'm excited about. Oh, Shabini, what's up? It's been so long. How are you guys doing? Good evening. Yes, good evening. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And of course, if you came in late, you'll be able to watch the replay or watch it on YouTube once it's uploaded. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Tasha. So good evening, everybody, or everyone, or are you, or are you. Okay, good evening, viewers, listeners. My name is Toia Wallace, the trainer's coach, better known as the strategist or the idea bank, okay? I am here tonight to continue the Meet the Cuzzins session interview. Of course, you all know that you should either be following us on YouTube. If you have not as yet, I need you to go ahead and follow Salt and Stilettos on YouTube. And I'm going to go ahead and tag it below so that way you know what I'm talking about. So let me see where we're at. Let me go ahead and tag that name. Let's like, let's share, and let me go ahead and tag it. Salt and Stilettos. If you are not following, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube page, please make sure you do so once you get off this live. Go ahead and subscribe to Salt and Stilettos. Good evening. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining. Like I was saying, I am Toia Wallace. Everybody know me as Toia Pink. I am the trainer's coach, the strategist, the idea bank, better know the solutionist. Okay, you have a problem, I got a solution for that. Everybody knows you can come to Toia and she'll give you a solution. Welcome everybody to our episode 9 of Meet the Cuzzins December holiday series. Make sure you subscribe to Salt and Stilettos so you can watch all the previous videos, watch other videos that we have when it comes to launching your lab. For those of you who are new here, the purpose of this December holiday series, Meet the Cuzzins, is to introduce them to the community, introduce them to the market. All right. I am a corporate trainer. I train individuals how to open up their lab, how to launch their lab in 21 days, 21 to 30 days. with this program, it entails a whole lot, but I'm gonna give you a little background. So you get trained on DOT, learn how to become a DOT specimen collector. And if you don't know what DOT stands for, that is the Department of Transportation. And if you've ever heard of Department of Transportation, you know that is not a statewide thing, but that is a federal agency. Okay, so I train individuals how to become a specimen collector for DOT. You also get trained on how to conduct non-DOT collections. We train you on DNA collections, hair follicle collections, even alcohol, breath alcohol, as well as saliva drug alcohol, okay? And alcohol. So I need y'all to know, like, this is the training program that you definitely want to join. Not only that, we help you, we assist you in getting your lab partnership account set up. We get you the best vendors out here with the best preferred pricing. You mentioned Toia, you're going to get Toia price, okay? Not only that, you have a network. We have a community where you're able to get assistance and get help if you're lost, if you need anything, if you have a question. We have a private group that provides you all the resources for you to be able to launch your lab, okay? And believe it or not, the program is a $3,000 program, but for the month of December, we are offering the special for $199. And it's like, yeah, like $3,000 to $200, something wrong. Nothing is wrong. And in lieu of you joining the program, you're able to launch your lab in less than 30 days for sure. That is why you see launch your lab in 21 days, launch your lab in 30 days, because this is something that has happened. I have had students who launch in 10 days, okay? So I can say you definitely can open up your business in 30 days. Now, that depends on you as an individual, your work ethic. If you're consistent, if you procrastinate and you're lazy, then baby, it can take you 2 years to launch that lab. How about that, right? But yes, I'm excited because the Cuzzins, a lot of them, we call each other. So once you're in the group, you are no longer a trainee. You are considered a cousin, okay? It's a big family tree, and it's a lot of cousins, okay? That's what we are like. We are really like a family. And the reason for this, like I was saying, the reason for this is so I can get them acclimated with showing their face, letting people know who they are, the type of business that they offer, the type of services that they have. Not only that, a lot of them are shy and they try to be like, they ask me like, Toia, how you do it? I'm nervous every single time. Like right now, I'm nervous, but I need people to know what I do, okay? So they can patronize the business, so they can get their launch off their lab off the ground. So guess what? I'm gonna be on here, okay, putting aside my fear, my nervousness, and I'm gonna get this thing done. So I'm helping them to be able to speak to the public. Not only that, it's marketing themselves, letting others and viewers know, because this is not just gonna be on Facebook, it's on YouTube. So 2 years down the line, somebody searching DOT training, DOT lab, their interview is going to pull up, and you might be somebody in Memphis might say, hey, yes, progress is, yes, Shabine, it's been so long. But yes, years from now, somebody might be in New York and say, I'm looking for this lab. I'm only looking to launch this business. They see the interview and boom. So it helps them. So it can drive traffic, make them marketable, visible. Not only that, it helps them when it comes to the inner self being scared or nervous to even come behind camera. So I'm very excited, and I wanted to make sure. So last night was our last live Q&A. Okay, I put that out there about 2 weeks ago, and it was our last for 2022, our last live Q&A, questions and answers session for anything lab, anything launch your lab, anything starting the business. And it is safe to say, okay? Because I don't like to use this term and stuff like that, because everybody use it, and really and truly they're not, they really don't, it doesn't match who they are. But everybody utilizes this term because they just feel like, hey, they are that person. But it is safe to say now, after last night's live session after last night live Q&A session, I have to say this. Okay? And I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I think I'm all of that. None of that. But it is safe to say that I'm a goat at this thing, okay? I am everybody use that term, GOAT, GOAT, greatest of all times, blah, blah, blah. I don't like to use that because, I never want to feel like I'm better, but it is safe to say that I know my stuff. And I know my stuff. But like after last night's live, listen, you don't want to be in anybody else's program. I'm just saying, I don't know who have a program. What I'm saying is you want to be in this program. After last night live, I'm telling you, our launch your lab in 21 days, this group, this training program that I offer, you want to be a part, okay? So I'm just letting y'all know for the month of December, it's $199. January 1st, it's going back to $29.99. And not $29.99, $2,999. It is safe to say that Toia, the trainer's coach, she know what she's talking about. And I've been doing this over a year and a half, training others how to open up their lab. I have trained at least 150 something individuals, 50 something, 160 something, about that 160 within the last year and a half. And it's safe to say that, like you're going to learn. You're definitely going to learn. You're going to know how to apply, execute all of that. So I'm very excited over the weekend, we had a lot of people who joined. Once I offered this special, like people was jumping on it. They say, you know what, I'm going to take this chance. It's a risk, but I'm taking this chance. And, it's a chance that they're willing to take. And I'm going to make sure they don't regret. Okay. I'm going to definitely stand behind my brand, definitely stand behind my name. I'm going to make sure they don't regret paying $199. Okay? So I'm very excited. And tonight we have Miss Trenae Thomas. Who will be joining us tonight. It is her night. She is located in Memphis, Tennessee. Her name of her company is Heart to Home Laboratories. I think it's Heart to Home Healthcare. So she's located in Tennessee, in Memphis, Tennessee. She has been rocking with me from the summertime, around that time. And I'm happy to have her. She, every time I'm offering something, it doesn't matter what the training is. It doesn't matter how much it's for. All I know is I get, bloop, Trenae just made a purchase because she believes in what we're doing. She believes in this thing. She believes in the training program. Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Please, as you join in, please share this live on your story or on your Facebook page. Just share it on your page. Yes, she make, like, it doesn't matter what I'm offering. Whether or not she feel like she needs it. If Toia is offering it, I'm going to get it. And we'll talk about what it is later, but I'm going to get it. So yeah, she's very supportive, just like everybody else. And I'm excited to have her. Let me see if she's on here. And if she's not on here, I'm just going to give y'all a little bit more feedback on information on this program and what you get, what you don't get, whatever the case may be. And anyone, I know I have a lot of my students here, Cuzzins. If you can tag Trenae to let her know that we are on here, we're waiting for her. Let her know that for me, please. But yes, the Launch Your Lab in 21 Days program. Like I said, you'll be able to open up your lab. Oh, hey, Trenae, you'll be able to open up your lab within 21 days. It could be less, it could be a little bit more. Okay, but you're not only, like I said, you're not only becoming certified as a DOT specimen collector. There's a lot of opportunities within our program. I don't give too much outside unless you have purchased the program, because that's just information that I just don't want to give if you have not committed payment. But I can guarantee you that you're not going to regret it. You're going to be, once you're in this program, you're going to be a part of the occupational health industry, medical industry, medical and clinical, transportation, pre-employment industry. So there's 4 to 5 different types of industry that you're going to cater to. Okay. And if you know anything about lab, you know anything about clinics, you know anything about transportation, this is the first step when it comes to hiring. This is the first step. Everybody got it. You know, when it comes to the hiring process, this is the first step. So they're going to need your services. Okay. They don't have a choice. Employers hire. They want to do background checks. They want to do drug tests. You know, on the job, if you fall on the job, they want to make sure that, hey, they're not liable, so they want to make sure you wasn't under the influence. So they do random check. If something happened and you were tested positive, you got suspended and now you got to return to duty. They want to make sure they get checked. Okay, if you got promoted from one position to a next position, you gotta get background check. They might want you to do a drug test. So it's a whole lot. Not only that, we step into women's health, men's health. You understand what I'm saying? Health when it comes to the body, from STD testing, pregnancy tests. We even talk about blood work. If you're a phlebotomist or if you're thinking about drawing blood, all of that information, whatever we don't train, which we train, everything that you need to open up your lab, you get that. But any additional services that I know you can offer, that is information that is extended to you free of charge. I don't charge you to tell you, hey, these are other services you can add and this is how you can make your money. Okay, I don't charge for that. Okay, that's resources that I give without putting $1 on it. Okay. So I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited because 2023 is going to be very big. Okay, it's big. I'm not going to make the announcement yet, but 2023 is going to be very big and you want to get on board now. Okay, I mean, think about it. You will stand in line for a pair of Jordans for $300. You will go ahead and buy a pair of shoes or a bag for $300-400, right? This is a business that can bring you money and continue to bring you money. Okay, and you can buy multiple bags and it's just for $200. So think about what I'm saying. I'm not here to sell you, because at the end of the day, what do you call it? The proof is in the pudding. I don't have to brag about it. I don't got to force you to purchase it. Baby, if you decide you don't want to do it, then you're not the person to do it. That's just what it is. All right. I'm very excited to have Trenae Thomas on board. She's here. We're going to start the interview. This is Meet the Cuzzins, episode 9 with Trenae Thomas from Heart to Home Healthcare. She's located in Memphis and she'll just, tell you a little bit more about who she is. Okay. So let me go ahead and try to get her on here. Let's see. Where is her name? Okay. Approve. Boom. Well, hello. Listen, y'all know I be shouting, okay? When I see my cousins, I be shouting. Hello. Hey, Trenae.
Hey.
How are you? Good evening. Good
evening. How are
you?
Outstanding.
You look so happy.
I am. I'm nervous. This is a nervous smile.
It's okay. And that's why we're doing this, to make sure we want to work on our marketing. We want to Marcus say, who's that? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me who that is, Marcus. You tell me. Yes, we want to make sure we work on, not your people skills, but your face in front of the camera, getting acclimated with live, getting acclimated with marketing yourself. Because guess what? These people don't know you, and we need them to know who you are, where you're located, what you offer, what you do. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so welcome. This is Trenae Thomas, and like I said, we're gonna start the interview, and you guys will hear a little bit about what we do, how she feels, her own opinion, her experience, everything like that. So I know I've said your name, but I'm gonna leave you to do that. Go ahead and tell us who you are, where you're located, what you do. Let us just introduce yourself, talk to the audience.
Okay. My name is Trenae Thomas, like she stated before. I'm located in Memphis, Tennessee. Heart to Home Healthcare Services is the company. Married to whoever said, who is that? 5 beautiful children. The services that we offer here are just vast, and that's due to Toia. She makes you think out of the box. Originally, what we started was as a collection site, a specimen collection site, and with that, we do the DOT, non-DOT drug screening, instant drug screening, oral fluid testing, hair follicle, strep flu, COVID, pregnancy. Then came along the pre-employment side. So with the pre-employment side came the background check, the fingerprinting, I-9 verification, helping small to mid, even large corporations that may not have an HR staff with their onboarding, getting their employees set up, certain trainings that those employees may need. So this thing is huge. This thing is going to go further than that. I promise you.
Yes.
So we're excited. We're ready.
I love to hear that. So how did you come across Toia, your trainer? How did you come across?
I don't think I ever told you how I came across you, Toia. Actually, I was in another group. I had finished a CLIA, getting my CLIA waiver set up, and your name just kept popping up. And it was funny. The reason why it was popping up because someone was not pleased. But I was like, let me see who this young lady is. Listening to not listening to what they were saying, but what everyone else was saying. And then I started following you. And after following you, I was like, oh, she be dropping some dimes, dropping some jewels, So that's kind of how I came across you, by being in another group and your name floating around. Always more positive than negative, because some people, you always tell us anyway, not everybody can take me. So that was just somebody that couldn't take you. But that's neither here nor there. I'm thankful that your name was in that group.
Yeah, see, I love what she's saying, because like I said, meet the cousin, this is transparency. This is not, I'm telling them what to say, how to say it, make me look good. By the way, guys, let me just let y'all know, the shirt has a lot of holes. That's how it came. So I don't want y'all to think I'm walking around here with holes just on, okay? And you guys know that I didn't realize it until somebody pointed out to me, and I'm like, oh man, ain't nothing I can do about it, okay? But I just want y'all to know, because I'm like, wait, what's going on? Okay, so yes, and this is transparency moment. They're telling the truth. We didn't prep for this. They wasn't prep for this interview. I didn't tell them what to say, how to say, what to say. It was nothing like that. So they're telling you the truth, okay? And like she said, how she got in contact with me was because my name was popping up in another group, okay? And not only that, it was for negative connotations. But when she realized it was someone that wasn't pleased, but it was someone that was under me, and they just didn't want to follow the rules. And because they were dismissed from the group, you know what happens. If you're working at a job, the job is good. When they fire you, that's when you have all the negative things to say. As long as you're there, everything is good. Things are going your way, you're fine. The minute your services are no longer needed, or you disrespect the order and you're now dismissed, that's when you start realizing, like, okay, now you have a lot of love, just like a friendship. Sometimes everything is good in a friendship, and in the minute y'all stop talking, depending on who you are as a person, you have a whole lot of things to say. So those things you gotta check that, because like, hey, what's going on? Before it was this, and now it's this. So I'm grateful that my name was popping up, even if it was on the negative connotation from one individual, a group that had like thousands of people from one individual that I train. And I'm very transparent with my members. I let them know if something goes wrong in that group, they're gonna know, listen, let me tell you something. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. These are the rules. These are the things I expect. It's not about me being a slave master, but we have a professional group. This is the expectations. You agree to it. If you disagree and you're violating the rules and the policy, the principal is going to suspend you or expel you, okay? And 9 times out of 10, we don't suspend, because suspend means temporarily and come back. We don't do that. Once you're dismissed, you're dismissed. And I will let everyone know this is what transpired. It's not about gossiping, but this is what transpired. And this is the outcome of what happened. So I am happy that she found me. How she found me, I am happy. Everybody didn't like Jesus, okay? I didn't like Jesus, but he was still the man. He was still the king, okay? Okay. So thank you for trusting. Thank you for doing your research, and not just listening to what one individual said or whatever the case may be. And you like you said, you followed me, you did your research, and you realized, okay, well, it ain't what they're saying, it ain't what it is. And then now I realized that, and once you made that purchase and you got into the group, you realize, I see why they said what they said, but I know why she did what she did. And I
Right.
would have done the same thing too. And to be honest, right now, because I think I kind of have an idea what you're talking about, right now, others are having issues with that individual, you know? So it's nothing. I left it up to God. And guess what? He didn't expose them. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. We're going to leave that there, right? Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Okay. So, sorry, my water fell. What sparked your interest? Because you did have a clear waiver, right?
Yes.
What actually sparked your interest in the lab business? Like, okay, you heard about me, but you could have gone anywhere else. Not only that, okay, you open up a clear lab, but what actually got you thinking about, hey, I want to get into the lab business?
Well, we actually had a trucking company that's kind of laying dormant right now, but we will be, a logistics company. We will be, bringing that, back forward in the future. Mm-hmm. So being in a family of truckers, I just know the industry. So I know that the DOT testing is a must.
Right.
So I know a little bit about the background. I did dispatch service. I still do payroll for a few owner operators. So it was kind of like, I kind of know some people. So let me see, how this thing can go.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you decided to just, since you're already there, why not add this to what we're doing, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then fine. But it just made sense. Okay.
Yes, it made sense, definitely.
What are some challenges that you have faced since you launched your lab? Transparency moment. What are some challenges that you have faced since you launched the lab? Like anything
I think the biggest challenge is I probably didn't think as far as I should have in the beginning of how far this could go and being prepared for that. I had crunched the numbers, did the budget, did all those things that I thought I did. Still fell a little short. So that might be the toughest challenge. I probably didn't overextend the budget the way I should have to cover everything, because when you start this thing, you're kind of like, okay, it's going to take about this long, but my timing is not, can be off. And it was, my timing was off on a lot of things. Some of that transparency moment was me not following through like I should have. Mm-hmm. So that, that was my biggest thing, the follow through. So
tell them how important is, so you're part of the group, right? You're a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the viewers or the listeners who is considering taking the program, considering trusting Toia to be their trainer, right? Mm-hmm. Tell the viewers and the listeners how important it is to follow through.
Okay.
Especially once they're in the group.
This, you guys, is the blueprint. Simple. If you follow the blueprint in the order that she gives you, whenever you join the group, she's going to lay out, hey, she's going to tag you this. Do these steps. If you do the steps, follow the steps, 21 days, 30 days, it can be done. And to be honest, I was actually ready. I came in, I caught the 4th of July special. So you 199 people.
So tell them how much you paid.
It was $704. So you 199 people.
Right.
I'm not upset because I have gotten so much out of this, of just being in the group itself. So I don't even sweat that 704. But very important, just follow the steps. Follow the steps. Me and my husband talk about it all the time. Toia has laid out the blueprint. Follow the blueprint. Here and there, add a twist, make it your own. But if you follow the steps, you got it.
Thank you.
It's easy.
Okay, so based on past experience when it comes to trainings, other trainings that you have taken with other, since COVID came, a lot of people was doing trainings online, you can do this, you can do that. Based off of your past experiences related to trainings and trainers, how would you describe this training experience and the experience with your trainer, Toia?
Okay, I'll use the CLIA waiver for example. I felt that I got the information. I felt that I was able to learn, but at the end, I felt like it was, okay, what's next? You get what I'm saying? I was kind of, I wouldn't say left hanging,
You
but there
wasn't
was still,
fulfilled. You
I
still
wasn't
was stuck. You
completely
didn't know
fulfilled.
what to do.
Now, don't get me wrong. I had the chance to talk with, to speak with the young lady. She was helpful. She, she even gave me some extra stuff, information, but I still felt like, okay, where do we go from here? So with you, I don't have to ask those questions. A lot of times it's before I even get a chance or it comes across my mind, I can go and Google, I can do a Facebook search in the group and I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot about that because there's so much information. It's so easy to overlook, a question that's already been answered. So, I mean, like you always say, get a pen and some paper. When you're talking, get some pen and some paper because you're going to give us way more, way more.
Thank you. And as far as your experience with me as a trainer, like me as a person, you have been in the group long enough to see my good days and my bad days, my days when I get real rough and like I forgot that I'm a trainer and I get on it like, as a human being. And you have seen me where, how we're having a good day. Like, how would you describe, just me as a person from the outside looking in, but you as a trainee, a cousin, and somebody was to say, hey, like, do you really recommend she, even on her good days and her bad days, based off of her training, my strategies and everything, like, how would you describe your experience with me as an individual?
I have enjoyed every moment of this group. The good days, the bad days. Toia, you are like transparent. You are who you are. Like you say, a lot of people can't take you, but a lot of times we let our emotions get caught up in what we're trying to do. Oh, she didn't respond to me. It's 100-something people in the group. You can't respond to everyone. Oh, she told me to go to the group and look. I mean, you're the entrepreneur. This is your business. You can help us, but we have to do some work ourselves. So, I mean, I have enjoyed the ride. I'm still enjoying the ride. I always tell you I'm with you till the wheels fall off. And even when they fall off, I'm holding on.
Yes, you have said that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, as a trainer, I must say I have joined a lot of programs before for different industry, different things. And one of the things that I know about me, and I'm not bragging or boasting because I'm a teacher, I'm a middle school teacher. I taught middle school business education and the English education. I also taught high school. One of the things as a trainer that I know that I have mastered, and there's still more for me to learn because I'm a student all the time. But to compare to other training programs or other trainers, I'm always training as if I'm a student. If I walk into a store, beauty supply store, and I see a problem, that's automatic, implement this in your program.
Okay.
If once I step into an establishment and there's a problem for me, like, oh my God, why they did this? Guess what? It is something that is going to be implemented in my program. So therefore, no one ever has a question. The way how our program is set up, even when I say, hey, we have live Q&A, do you got a question? And a lot of times they don't have a question after our training. All right, now it's time for Q&A. You've answered it already. Toia, you answered it already. Do you have a question? Like, come on, I want to answer something. Because you challenged me. You challenged me to bust my brain and try. We don't have a question, Toia. I did have a question. I wrote it down, but you went over it already. So I want to say when it comes to me, I don't brag, but when I said earlier, it's safe to say that I'm a goat at this thing. The reason is because of experience. You can't teach experience. You got to live it, do it. You got to go through it. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot, thank you, Georgia. You cannot teach experience. I cannot tell you how to, like, whatever I go throughout the day, I cannot teach you that. I can tell you what I did, what the problem was and what I did. But if that situation come about to you, you might deal with it different. You might deal with it totally different from what I did and still have good results, good outcome. So I always try to remember that, hey, although you're the trainer, always be a student. Always be willing to learn. Sometimes I tell them, like, go ahead and drop a question or drop a post. Whatever you find out, you can drop it. Do not take information from other groups. I don't want y'all doing that, because I don't want you taking information from this group and going anywhere. So I always tell them, if you find information from another group, do not drop it here. I don't care. God is going to drop it in my spirit, and he's going to let me see that information elsewhere for me to implement.
Right.
For me to implement. I always say, do not take any information. I don't care what you learn. You don't put it in the group. No, you could take it for yourself, implement it in your business. If you want to DM a friend or colleague and tell them, hey, do this, but don't put it there, because I stand by what I said. I don't want people taking information from here because I know this is good information. I know. Listen, I'm going to be dramatic right now. I know. Nobody. Okay? Let me talk the way how I talk from where I from. I know ain't got nobody that's doing and talking and saying and learning, like sharing what I'm sharing. Nobody in the US of A. You know why?
That's right.
People put a price tag on everything, and they're gonna give you exactly what you pay for, or maybe a penny less. And when you don't know, you don't know. So therefore, if the person says, okay, it's 5 things, 5 bullet points, in your mind, you're thinking, like she said, like she stated, if they give you 5 things, they're saying, these are the things you need. And if you don't know and you don't have any prior knowledge, you're going to assume that you got everything. And it's the same goes for me, because based off of what I tell you, if you come in not knowing, you're going to think that, okay, well, she said she's going to give us everything. And whatever I gave you in your mind, that's everything. But you just never know. You never know until you start working it, doing it. And they have realized that, man, those who have spent $1,500 have realized this is worth $5,000-$6,000 what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not only that, once you're in, when you come in the group, other than those who came in the month of December, those who came in the month of December, prior to that, once you made that purchase and you were in the group, you have access to that free group. That's continued information you get. So although you paid that one-time fee, you're still getting lifetime information that you still have access to something there, something that you may not have seen or you overlook. You still get that access. And that's what a lot of trainers don't have. And even if they may be listening and trying to say, I'm gonna do what she do, you cannot, like, it can't be done that way, because I am me. Another thing that I noticed with training, you gotta have patience. Maybe you gotta have to listen.
Right.
You gotta have patience when you're doing this, okay? Any training program, but you gotta have patience. You know why? Because adults are like kids. I'm an adult, and I have time when I let my emotions, and I'm a spoiled brat. Like, my emotions take over, and I don't want to hear it, okay? I just don't want to hear it, okay? Adults are like kids. When we don't get our way, we react. We're not thinking business. I didn't get my way, so I'm going to react. I'm going to act like a big spoiled kid, okay? Adults act like kids.
Right.
I love all of my members. I love all of them. They know I love them. But I ain't got a problem with saying, listen, I love you, but sit down right now. Do me a favor. This ain't got nothing to do with, like, me as a grown up. No. Listen, calm down, because I know you're probably just acting out for emotions, and you probably feel like I ain't answering the question quick enough or stuff like that. But they know I love them. You know how they know I love them? Because I ain't blocked them. They're still in the group, and I'm still giving information. That's for sure. Because if I pull over with you out of there. That's it. But yes, I say this to say, I'm saying this to say, as a trainer, you want to make sure that you are a student and you're listening to your students. You want to make sure that they don't have a want. They don't want for anything, just like a baby. For me, these are my babies. Although some of them are older than me, some are younger than me, we are the same, some of us are the same age. They are my babies, because they're the one that's trusting that the money that they put in my hand, I'm going to make sure that they are healthy. It's like a baby. I'm going to make sure that I feed them that milk. I'm going to make sure that I groom them They're ensuring, they're trusting. They don't know, but they're trusting off of reviews, off of what people say, off of tags, off of YouTube videos. They're trusting. They're trusting God send me help. And God send them help. And it's like, I don't know if it's this help you're talking about, but there's that trusting that
Right.
when they invest, that they're gonna get a whole cow of milk. They're trusting that. A lot of people have joined my program, came from other programs who have spent money and call me and complain. I don't want to hear a complaint. I don't need to hear the problem. You're purchasing this training program or you're not? Like,
Right.
if you ain't buying this program, I want to hear the problem, okay? I don't want to hear the problem. But I know a lot of individuals who is in the group came from other programs because they felt empty. And I ain't going back. I'm not bad talking. That's just what it is, right? So I make sure, guess what? They came with a problem. Guess what I am? A solutionist.
Right.
I don't need, just like you came to me and want to tell me the bad experience, you ain't going to do that with me. Now, of course, like she stated earlier, we had one person who was doing what she was doing, but, I know exactly why she was doing that. I mean, it's okay. I'm good. Because I got her students, those she trained, they're back in my program. So I'm not worried about that. But for me, I always say my brand, my name is bigger, is worth more than the money. Because I can get the money today. And literally, I know how to spend $1 million in one day, okay? I can spend $1 million in one day. I can lose it. I can lose it all, right? But my brand, my name, once your name is tarnished, it's hard to pick back up.
Right.
Sometimes celebrity, look at Chris Brown. After they say, because I wasn't there, okay?
Right.
After they say he beat up Rihanna, he was blacklisted, right? And I love me some Chris Brown. He's my favorite R&B artist. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say, because I wasn't there. But what I'm saying is, he's blacklisted. So it's hard for him to get these plays like he did before that situation. He got the money, but he ain't getting more money because people ain't fooling with him. It's the same thing. My brand, my name means more. So I'm going to make sure that I over deliver. I undercharge. Baby, this $199. Baby, this $199. Baby, I just made a post earlier today and said, listen, I will never, and I posted it. I said it before, but nobody knew. But I posted it to make sure it's a memory, a Facebook memory, okay? I want to make sure so you don't go back on what you say. I will never, God will have to come down and say, put it for $199. I will never do a $199. I might do a $200, but ain't $199. I'm never gonna do $199 because I know. Listen, I know what you get. I know what I get. Okay.
Right.
Not only that, I'm gonna let Trenae tell y'all what my name means on the street. I'm gonna let her tell you what my name will do, what my name will cause, what my name. I ain't taking no credit because this is all God, but I know I can say this. I'm going to let Trenae tell you guys what my name means in this industry and what we're doing. I'm going to let her tell you. Go ahead and
Oh,
share.
Man, I can give several examples. Field print. Toia, they're not answering. They're not responding. 5 minutes later, check your email. Now, this is after weeks and weeks of emailing and calling and trying to touch base. Just recently, I did an order with Mercedes, and there was a charge, and you want Toya's price, put it like that. They put a charge on there, and I went back to the email. I was like, Toia, what did you say the price was? And she told me, and I sent an email back and was like, hey, I need Toya's price. Oh, sorry. Fixed in less than 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I want to say with
relationships that I have when you mess it up. Tell me.
Toya's name holds some weight in these streets, everybody. I'm just gonna tell you whether it's Field Print, LabCorp, Mercedes Scientific, Form Fox. I wasn't able to get into Form Fox because they are saturated in the area. But I got that email, hold tight, we got you. When anything comes available, my name is there. It's waiting. but that's because of the connection that, that I have with Toia. So.
And then another thing I always tell them, listen, we don't always have to agree. We don't always
Right.
have to agree, but don't disrespect.
Correct.
Me, don't disrespect the group, don't disrespect. Because if you do that, whatever you got, I'm telling, listen, I know this is going to be on YouTube, okay? So it's okay. I'm going to say it, okay? Because people say all kind of things on this media. Don't disrespect. You come in our program, and I say, oh, because we are one big family.
That's
okay?
right.
We can fight, but we know our limits. You don't disrespect me. You don't disrespect him, her. You don't do that. We ain't fighting. We ain't doing none of that.
Shut it down.
If you do that,
can make one phone call, and you can pretty much be just put to the side and not even looked at again. And that's just the kind of way she, her name holds. That's just the kind of connections and resources that she has. And she does, and it's not about her trying to take anything away from you, but when Toia vets most people when it comes to these things. So when she sees that your attitude or character is one that's not pleasing, then she doesn't want her name beside that. So I can definitely understand, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta mute you or remove you. So I mean, and it's for the overall group, it's for the overall community, and it's to keep us all on one accord. Like she said, respectful and mindful that it's not just us in this group. It's the entire community.
Yeah, I definitely, and I think I mentioned this last week in one of the other interviews. We have predominantly women. We probably have like 5 men, right? Kudos to the men. Predominantly women. So y'all know when you're in a room full of women, it's catty, argument, fights all day, every day. It don't matter. They could be in Zimbabwe or we in the Caribbean. We fighting. But I must say, I don't have those problems. When I remember I had like 2 or 3 situations and it got really bad and they are expelled. They're no longer in the group. Right? But to compare to the numbers that we have, like I let them understand, listen, we don't have to agree. Listen, if you have an issue, whatever, just post it. If you have a question, just post it. We are here to share. Right. It's a family, and I remind them, listen, just if they have a problem, just tell me. I don't want to be that headmaster that take authority and use it. I don't want to do that, but I can tell you that if you do something that is very, very, very unpleasant, right, you can be blacklisted. And when I say blacklisted, meaning, okay, well, hey, if I got you this partnership, you might still have the partnership, but you'll be to the bottom of the list. So that means you'll never get a phone call. You'll never get service. You never get business. And if you get business, you're the last person and they didn't have a choice out of the 100 people that wasn't able to service. Now, I'm not saying that goes for everybody, because some people might just say, you know what, whatever, but I have the people that I connect you with. Oh, Toia, you send them, thank you. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna take care of them. I'm gonna put them. We don't have a need, but I'm gonna put them here. Yeah. There's a Toia's list. When we talk about God, who you want? Oh, you talk about Santa. You want the naughty list or the good list? There's a Toia's list. All right. There's a Toia's list. Okay. You want Toia price? You good with? Okay. She was gonna make a purchase or something for like, I think they had charged her $289, and she said, what price you said that was again? I said $129. Tell him Toia sent you. Tell him, hey, Toia price. Guess what? Oh, sorry. Let me make that change. $129. From $300 to $129. That's just how it works. Because I build good relationships. I speak highly of my cousins. I speak highly of them. Listen, I'm a corporate trainer. I have business coming your way. I need you to make sure they get what I get. Because if they get what I get, they're going to let me know. And I need you to make sure you make those changes. And it's vice versa. I let the cousins know. Let me tell you something. Make sure you have proper email etiquette. Make sure you know how to speak to people. Right. Because guess what? Professionally, I'm going to get an email on the side saying, hey, is this person in your training and this person is one of your students? if you're somebody that I kicked out, or you're no longer part of the group, they was and they no longer. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I know exactly why they're doing that. I know what they're gonna do. All right, well, you're not part of Toia program, so I know you ain't. You was and you no longer part. I know there's a problem. There's a problem. You did something that you wasn't supposed to do, and that's just how it is. Because, like I said, I build good relationships. We ain't owing no invoices. We ain't no bad debt. We ain't owing invoices. We are not owing. When they say this is what your bill is, we are paying. Even though we may not have it, we are paying. So we no bad debts. We know how to respond to emails in proper etiquette, proper form. We know how to answer the phone professionally. We respond. Everything is out of respect. So I have built good relationship. I have had, like Trenae would say, because I know she was one of them. I think it was DNA. Oh, it was a company. I know it was recent, but she did. And another student too. Hey, I've been trying to get in contact with these contractors or these partners, and it's been since September. It's been this long. It's been a while.
Right.
And you guys have a good contact, whatever. Once I saw that, I did what I did, and I tell them, I said, check your email. They were copied on an email.
Right.
And I think it was late in the evening, and they woke up to an email saying, hey, we got you set up. We're going to do this and we're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not because they don't care about Trenae, or they don't care about Tisha, or they don't care about Michelle, or they don't care about Sean, but they hear from Sean once or twice, but they who know who Toia is. They know who this email belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me take precedent, because I'm bringing business to them. I'm bringing good business to them. Why won't they have a Toia's list? You understand? Also, I have preference. They get preference. So if the market is full and they can squeeze you in, are you on Toia's list? Yeah, you get squeezed in. If it's full to the point where they don't have a choice, they can't squeeze you in, they will move you to the top of the list. Like a kidney transplant, are you to the bottom of the list and you got all that money and they move you to the top of the list? It works like
Right.
that. Yes, that's God. Let me tell you, that is God. Okay, that is God. Okay, that is God. Like, that's just how it works. That's how it works. I'm glad that Trenae can tell. All the other cousins are able to tell y'all that, but I want people to really understand our program ain't just you pay for this, you get this, and you're gone. Like, no, we hold each other accountable. The information is resourceful. It will take you to the next level. Like, you're definitely gonna get it. No, you don't follow instructions, then that's just what happens. Stacy said the same thing. Or she just said, just happened to me. So you want to make sure that, you just stay in place. Okay.
Right.
And I know you told us about the services you offer, multi-services. Do you have any other businesses right now? And if you do, how are you handling everything together?
Right now, like I said, our logistics company is kind of sitting by the side, but we're gonna bring that back into the forefront, hopefully by mid next year. And that's where we plan on doing the consortium TPA that we want to bring on. I'm waiting on my notary. That's my next thing, because it's one of the services that we're going to do. But as far as other business, like I said, the payroll for small, owner operator trucking companies, that's all that I'm doing right now.
How are you able to manage everything that you're doing, juggling? How are you able to manage all of that even in the lab?
It's all about time management. Most of the payroll that I do, since everything is kind of laid out, it's just a matter of crunching the numbers with that. So it's just time management. Once I shut down the lab, I'm here for maybe another hour or two in the evening, just making sure that everything works out.
Okay. Would you recommend our program to your colleagues?
I sure would. Definitely. If this is the industry that you want to be in, then you are definitely the person that anyone would need to talk to.
Thank you. What are your expectations or your long-term goals for your lab? Like 3-year goals, 5-year goals,
okay.
10-year goals?
So the 3-year goal is actually having our own building. So that's the 3-year-old, because we're leasing at the moment. So we want to move into our own building, and also two or more locations. It's like the 3-year goal. Long term, like I said, is the plan. The other locations, I would say with the TPA consortium is to really expand that and make it go. And just to make hard to home healthcare, a home, an in-home name, in-house name. Everybody, I just want everybody to know who we are and where we are and what we're doing.
I love it. All right, so I know you're in your office, right?
Yes.
So do you mind giving us a tour of your office?
No, not at all.
So from your entrance coming in, or I don't know if it's dark where you're at, because I know you're in Memphis, correct?
Oh, yeah.
So
yes.
if you're able to kind of just show us the parking, and this is so viewers can see, hey, I'm interested. If I get a location, what size do I need? How does it need to look? If it's big, if it's small, can I maneuver? Can I work? So are you able to show us?
Okay. So it is pretty dark out here. I am actually. Are you
close to the highway, or
I am right off the interstate. I'm the first exit off of the interstate leaving out of Mississippi coming into Tennessee. So let me just kind of. Okay, so this is a dentist beside me. Then this is my location, and there's another dentist and a foot doctor. Here is one of the major intersections in Memphis, which is Shelby Drive and Mill Branch. Family Dollar hardware store. This is just the front parking, but there is parking around the back of the building. I'm not walking around there, it's dark. So this is coming into the office, just a little setup. We're still kind of in the process of getting everything set up, and I'm just gonna lock this door back right quick. So hold on.
I see you BBB certified.
BBB, yes. So this is the reception area here. Mask please. So when you come in, this was actually an internal medicine spot. So it's set up for full scale clinic. So
I love it.
We're there, and this is just storage, mainly office supplies, things of that nature. Can't have too much of that. Here is where, like you, the think tank, where I have to kind of figure things out. So just that.
What room is that?
That's my office.
Okay, all right, that's the boss office. Okay.
Where all the magic happens. Okay. So here is where we do our fingerprinting and background checks and our filing. And everybody loves this couch. Every time anybody comes in, they don't step up to the machine, they sit down. Here is where more supplies. This will kind of be where we'll do a lot of the COVID testing and things of that sort. We come in here. This is my DOT testing.
Okay.
And we do plan on adding phlebotomy, so we'll also have some space here to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know if I'm moving too fast.
No,
this is our DOT drug testing bathroom. As you can see, nothing. I don't give anybody any reason.
It's directly across. I love it.
Directly across, correct. And this is just another storage. Once again, got to order some more stuff, just space. This is the personal bathroom. Yeah, that's
you got 2 bathrooms.
Yes, 2 bathrooms. And this is where we do the teeth whitening. So I forgot.
Yeah, let them know you got teeth whitening too, girl.
I forgot about that. Well, I didn't forget about it, but most of our teeth whitening is we also do that mobile.
Okay.
Also, our drug screenings, we do those mobile, and those services, are after hours. So
you have a big office. So let me ask you, you have 2 bathrooms in the entire building, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So is it set up where it's like a female and male bathroom?
Actually, no.
Okay, good.
Nah.
So I want to tell you, one need to just be set up for DOT only.
Yeah, and that's what
so
that person
way,
is.
You don't gotta take off the tape, remove this, whatever, and then make sure it's not a. Do you guys have a restroom? No, it's not a public restroom. It's set up for DOT.
Yeah.
That way you could let them know, hey, it's set up for drug testing. See, I'm funny with the bathroom. Like, I don't want nobody using my bathroom. So when I have customers say, can I use the bathroom? We don't have a public bathroom. It's set up for DOT. It's going to be drug testing. So the only people that can use the bathroom is if you're getting a drug test. Not a COVID, I'm just being honest, not a COVID test because it's an in and out service. Not a fingerprint, it's an in and out service. Drug test is the only individual drug testers, people who are coming for drug test donors are the only individuals that, because they're there longer. They're there longer. Sometimes if they can't go to the restroom, they got to drink what they're there longer. But COVID test, no public restroom. Just come get this test. I need you to bye-bye. Because, you know, you don't want to have to be removing the, you know, the tape and all of that. Not only that, you have a personal bathroom for the staff. You know, like, so I just want to make sure, you know, you got 2 restrooms. Let one just be solely for drug testing. Solely for that. And, I mean, if you want your customers to use the bathroom, then fine. But let them use that bathroom. You know what I mean? So that way you could just have your private bathroom. But that's good. Your space is big. And when I saw all the rooms, I said, okay, it's probably like a doctor's office. That's good. You have space. You have a lot of space.
Yes. That's why I'm always asking you, okay, what else can I do? Because like you say, every room needs to make money. So we'll be talking again.
You have a lot of space. You have a lot of space. One of those rooms, you can rent one of those rooms out. You have a lot of space. Or even with your teeth whitening room, you can now do multiple clients at the same time. Get you that Chinese divider. Because you know the teeth whitening service. I always push the teeth whitening service. That service, 2 people can be getting that service. And if you're charging $100 for an hour, that's $200 because you're not doing anything.
Right.
Okay. Even with your drug testing room, I'm gonna just be honest. You don't need a separate room for that. Let me tell you, you have a waiting area. I'm telling you how to be strategic with it. You have a waiting area. They don't come back there until it's time for them to go to the bathroom, right? So you do your collection, you have them in the waiting area, complete their consent form, all that, you make their ID, all that, just like a doctor's office. Everything is done. You're in the waiting area, everything is done. When it's time for you to do what you got to do, go ahead and do the collection. Follow me to the back, and they go straight towards the bathroom, and you get that rolling cart. That way, that extra room that you have, you could make money out of that room. You could put somebody else in there, run your TPA out of that. If you're hiring somebody else, you can rent that room out. You can offer, like I said, if you're getting busy with teeth whitening and you only have that one room where you could put 2 chairs, then another room, like you can. I just say, like, you know, I don't even, like, I have rooms where when your phlebotomist coming. And we need to look into you getting a nurse practitioner to work, because your doctor can work in that drug testing room, because all they need is a desk and like a bed for the physicals and stuff. So that way you can do partners, right? And you can see if you get like a doctor or a nurse practitioner that is DOT, medical examiner for DOT, that could do DOT physicals. And that way they can work out of that drug testing room. And you might find 2 of them that want to work part-time. So they might be like, I don't want to be here every day. I just want to do 3 days a week. Then you look for 2. When you look for 2, one come on Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday. The other one come Tuesday, Thursday. Okay. That way that room will always be used. You're not paying them. And I'm just dropping free work here. You're not paying them. They're built just like you build the employer. They are building. They are also not billing the employer, building the lab. They are billing whoever they need to build, just like you are billing. So they just have an office space. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can even get a doctor, even if they don't want to do nothing at all. Hey, Kisia, nothing at all with drug testing. But they're new, they're a nurse practitioner, they're just starting out their business, and they just want to get their feet wet, but they don't want to rent a big facility. You can actually have, it don't matter what they do, you can have a doctor, a PA, a nurse practitioner work out of that office, handling their own patient, and then you can charge them, hey, $300 a month. That helps you with your rent. Right. Okay? So it don't have to just be your business. Hey, are you Are you a new physician assistant that just came out of school and want to start seeing patients? They ain't got to do anything. You provide the desk for them. You have the print. You provide the desk and you have a central printer. They get their own laptop and they can actually see their patients there. It could be like a satellite office for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
And then
definitely.
you just say, hey, I'm gonna just charge you $300. It includes Wi-Fi, water, bathroom, whatever. And you charge them $300. I don't know how much your rent is, and you don't gotta tell us, but you could charge them a decent, because now they have access to the bathroom, they have access to storage, they get a room by themselves. You understand? And then what if, like, hey, lab work? Guess what? If you have a phlebotomist working there, you have a room already. You just, y'all work that's a partnership. That's a partnership.
Got it.
I just give you something. So now that's what we need to do.
See?
You could even have a therapist, honey, a therapist, a counselor, honey, a counselor. The door stays closed, a therapist.
Now the
nutritionist. A nutritionist. I'm thinking now. I'm there, like my creative juices are flowing. A nutritionist.
Okay.
Okay. Even in the spa business, right? Someone who just needs a room. They do wax and they're just trying to get their feet wet. They need a room to do waxing, or they want to do facials and they just want to rent a small place. It could even be you could IV, baby. IV hydration can be done in that room, because with a IV hydration, right? You don't need to be with them. You get the person to do they call it the IV pick. They're in that room. So now you have two people getting teeth whitening services. You have one person getting IV hydration, and you're doing everything. So now you're making $200-$300 from the IV hydration, the drips or whatever, even the B12 shots. Honey. I just told you, like, honey, that's what you do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if Memphis have like, do they have a lot of Spanish speaking individuals?
Yes, and believe it or not, with my field print, I have been getting so many people, Guatemala, Colombia,
Okay,
from everywhere.
I would tell you to get you someone that's bilingual, because then now you're using their services. You ain't paying them. You say, hey, can you assist me a little bit? If you don't have a male, get you a male, but I think you have your Marcus there, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, like, that room is a doctor's office already set up. You can have, like I say, anybody in the medical field that can have their own office, they can utilize it. So a psychiatrist, a chiropractor, a chiropractor, a nutritionist, someone who does homeopathic health.
Okay.
Anybody in that field, like if they like, listen, people may not want to have their own building because it's too much to rent. So they a shared space. So now they have a waiting area. They have a central front desk, and they have their room in the back.
Right.
They can utilize that room.
Right.
So that's a partnership that you need to look into, to try to get. And like I say, if you're into it, you don't have, even if you're not doing IV hydration, but you might know somebody, like you might say, hey, looking for someone who specializes in IV hydration. If you need a rental space unit or whatever the case is, just rent them the room, $300 a month. Like I said, I don't know what your rent is. I'm just doing a number out there. But of course, you don't want to charge them a whole lot because they only really occupy one room.
Yeah.
But you're occupying that room. You're making sure that room pay you. Every room needs to bring something.
Right. Okay.
Sense?
Definitely.
I just give you something. I just give all y'all something. When you got your locations and you trying to figure, it's not all about drug tests and DOT, baby. How can this room make me money?
Right.
This type of industry, this environment, what type of professionals can I have to come in here and work? I'm not going to get a tax professional to work in here, but anybody in the medical field, chiropractor, any nurse practitioner who specialize in kids or adults or gerontology, whatever it is. Sometimes they may not want to have a big building. They just want to have a room to rent for 2-3 days.
Right.
And that's it. I know there are other doctors that like in the hospital, a lot of them are independent contractors. So in a hospital with independent contractors, they work for themselves as an independent contractor, and they work for the hospital as an independent contractor, right? So like they would probably be at that hospital for 2 nights a week, and then they go to a different clinic at 2 other nights a week. So
Okay.
you might find an independent contract. That's what you want to look for, somebody who's independent, because they're not working for you, they're independent, and they just utilize your space.
Okay.
Guess what that also does for you? Drive traffic.
Right.
Because he or she might have his client that come to check their ears, check their weight, check the this, check the that. Oh, you guys offer drug tests in here too? Oh, you offer this in here too? All of that, yeah. So now they remember when they came to their doctor, they remember, man, I got hired for this job, I need a drug test. And they remember now they went to their doctor and everything was done in there. Also, I didn't see your banner.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting on you to notice it. Because that's like one of the first things on the list.
I need you to get a banner within the next 30 to 60 days. I'm going to give you some time.
I will. When it comes to designing, my eyes can never say, that's it.
That's it.
So I just haven't.
Get your banner and get your retractable banner. Get your retractable. You put a TV there. You can put a TV there.
Yeah, I have my brother who's coming in to mount one for me.
Just to entertain, no big TV, just a little TV there. But get you a banner. And like I see you have like a desk or like a table outside. Make sure you have your flyers and stuff like that. Also allow other people.
I do.
To have their business cards there.
Yes. Yes.
Right. You helping them, they helping you.
Right.
Also do that. But yeah. But I like your space though.
Thank you.
Space. I like your space.
Thank you.
I see a lot that could happen in that. I see a lot that could happen.
Yeah.
But you know what? We ain't gonna demolish the building because your plan is to get your own building.
Right.
Yes. But I'm happy that you were able to show us your room. I mean, your office, it looks very nice. It's very big.
Thank you. I'm not done. I still have some decorating to do, putting up to kind of jazz it up a little bit, but.
How you feel? I see expansion. I see expansion with your business, and I see a lot of things that can be done in there. A lot of things that can be done in there. Yeah. But yes, do you have any advice to give the viewers and listeners when it comes to starting their lab and when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, a business owner?
As far as starting your lab, I would definitely say preparation. Make sure that you understand the business. Make sure that you the ins and outs. I would say cross your T's, dot your I's, research, look at other things. I guess I've always, my entire family on both sides have an entrepreneurial spirit, so that's just something that I grew up with. I've started several businesses. I've stopped several businesses. I would say never be afraid to start over. First of all, never be afraid to start. Never be afraid to start. In entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, but I tell you the one quote that I heard one time, and it changed my whole train of thought. And I can't remember who it's by, but it said, if you give a man the power to feed you, you also give him the power to starve you. So in my mindset, even if I'm working a 9 to 5, I have always had something else going on.
Right.
I have always made sure that I had a way, whether it was Mary Kay, whether it was the travel agency, all these things. I've always had something that if I can sell this sweet potato pie, I can get me some money. So I would say to anybody, don't just stop with one thing. If you start this lab, don't just stop at the lab. There are so many avenues, so many streams of, to bring income in, and I'm trying to tap into all of them. It's a slow start, but hey, what doesn't start off slow? I'm ready, the ball, when it gets to rolling and it picks up speed, it's nonstop.
Right.
And that's what I'm pushing for and waiting on. So I would just say, don't be afraid to start. Do your homework, do your research, follow the blueprint, everything is laid out for you when it comes to this lunch in your lab. There's no way you can fail unless you just don't do the work.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for me?
Question for you. When are you going to actually take a real vacation and rest? Because even on your vacations, you're working. When are you going to do that?
You know, I love that question because I said the same thing. I feel like I don't even know what a vacation is anymore. I don't know what it is to take a break and not work while on break. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, I feel I probably would have to go somewhere and not have my phone, not have access to internet. And that's impossible. But it would probably be a situation like that. Because even if I have employees working, I'm still answering questions because my students, I operate the lab. I have other things going on. But I'm always on Facebook in the private group, making sure nobody is short of anything, making sure that they ask that question, prioritizing, is this important? Do I need to respond to this right now? So I would have to definitely take a break where I don't have access to my social media. Hey, Pamela, I don't have access to my phone. None of that. I just don't have access. I just don't have access because if I get Wi-Fi, I'm going to try to figure out what business can I start? What question do I need to ask or answer? Let me see what I can tap into. Let me go make a phone call. Let me go make a connection for our cousin. Let me go do this. It's always, and it's not healthy. That's not good. I do need a real vacation when I'm not working. I'm going to New York on Thursday. But
I know.
I'm going to still be working. I'm going to still be working. You know why? Because we're going to still be on here, meeting the cousins, and I'm going to still be checking my... Okay, they asked this question. Let me...
Me. Mm. So